So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. And they start things off with a carry by Gibbs here. They'll get it across the 35. It'll be 2nd down.
Give credit to the defense for stringing that play out, and they gave up no cutback angle. You know he was trying to dart through. No place for him to go. A nice job there, only giving up a 3-yard gain.
Ball on the 36 now. Here's 2nd down and 7.
All right, now, let's get in that end zone.
They'll go again with Gibbs. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. He'll get a dozen there, and the Lions have a 1st down. A perfect example right there, Charles, of why they love this rookie runner.
And think about how the NFL and the college games are meshing together more and more. You don't have to go to the NFL and learn a new set of skills. What you did in college often makes you ready for the NFL.
On 1st and 10, here's Gibbs. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
That's a good play by the guys on the defensive side of the ball. Held him to a gain of 2. And that changes the playbook a little bit now for the guy calling plays. 2nd and 8. Now he's got to probably think about going to the air instead of maybe staying with the ground game.
On 2nd down, here's Gibbs. And they get him behind the line, so that short gain on 1st down quickly negated. Tough spot here, 3rd down and 11. Gibbs straight ahead. And to the 49-yard line, but no further. And obviously he is well short of the 1st. 2 yards on the pickup there. It's 4th down.
Well, we talk about defenders, specifically linebackers, keeping their eyes in the right spot. He had that eye down the entire time.
And you know that's not easily done because they throw a lot of misdirection at you. They try and fool you and get your eyes in the wrong place. But you're right about that one. He correctly figured that one out and made a really nice play.
Now Bridgewater on 4th down. Oh, his first throw of the game going to be intercepted. It's Sidney Brown with it. And the Eagles are going to take possession of the football as they force the turnover on the opening drive. A penalty accepted, and they move the ball forward. Now a toss play to Gibbs. Trying to get out wide, but he's going to be tackled right near the line of scrimmage. Officially no gain on the play, and it's 2nd down. He couldn't get the edge there. It wasn't sealed, so maybe not all on the guy running the football all the time on those tosses and the pitches that go to the outside.
No, not at all. I would agree with that totally because sometimes the defensive guys, they win the edge battle. And when they do that, there's no place for the running back to go, and especially for offensive linemen trying to get out ahead. With their footwork and speed, it was negligible on that play. No gain at all for the offense.
And he's going to take this close to the 1st down marker as he stopped at the Eagles' 37.
That was a good run, and it got to the 2nd level. And what I mean by that is that's where the linebackers usually play. First level being the defensive front, last level being the secondary. But the strong safety position ended up making the tackle, and oftentimes we call them a hybrid. Combination defensive back, combination linebacker. We saw the linebacker make the stop.
Bridgewater to throw for it on 4th. And he's brought down. Can't do anything with the football. It's a sack and a turnover on downs. The Lions turned away on 4th down. And the Eagles defense able to hold. They've got good starting field position as they come up here 1st and 10 at the 45. Here's a quick throw caught by Smith. And he's going to be taken down right at the line. So he'll be stopped here for no gain. And it'll be 2nd down. They go here with a former Lion. It's DeAndre Swift. And he's going to get it across the midfield stripe into Lion territory. They get 7 out of that, so they're left with a 3rd and 3.
Okay, he didn't break that one all the way, but you got to know that he feels like he's right on the verge, and that's probably exactly what he's telling them in the huddle right now.
He's got his target.
That's complete. And he is going to have an Eagles first down as they convert on 3rd and 3 with a nice gain of 7 yards.
A little football 101 there. You just see the receiver try to run down the defender, meaning he goes right at him and really trying to move him a little bit towards the center of the field so he can put his foot in the ground and break to the out, to the sideline, and make a catch.
They run on first down, but it only produces a gain of 2. It's 2nd down now.
They go play action with Hurts. And that falls to the ground, incomplete. A nice job of bodying him up defensively, and now it brings up 3rd down.
This will probably be the last play of the quarter.
Here's Hurts to throw. That is caught.
And he works it past the 30, almost to the 25. We're scoreless after 1. Start of the 2nd quarter, and it's the Eagles in. Play action. Here's Hurts sliding out of the pocket. This is caught. And out of bounds all the way down at the 3. 23 yards, the final tally.
Just picking up yardage in bunches here these last few plays. They have moved right down the field, and just like that, they're going to be set up with a 1st and goal.
They'll motion out one of the tight ends.
Penny fighting, but he won't get too far. Maybe a yard, that's all, down to the 2.
From the 2 now, 2nd and goal. They give it off here to the tight end. Trying to keep those big legs churning, but he's going to go down in the backfield. They'll look to throw on 3rd and goal. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete. So they opted to pass for it on 3rd and goal. Let's see what they do on 4th and goal.
Well, I think they threw it with the idea that if they didn't get it, they would go for it on 4th and goal. So they got another play in their pocket. They're going to have to call it right now. No field goal here.
Now they'll send the tight end in motion left. And he's not going to get in. They stop him at the 1. They're turned away on 4th and goal. And the Lion defense able to come up there with a goal line stand. The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive. And, partner, I know so far, and we're still in the first half, but you love this game as a defensive guy. 0-0. We'll see if the offense can get going on this drive.
Well, you know how they talk about music to your ears? How about what it does for your eyes when you watch something like this, right, where these teams are locked in and going at it, no points going up on the scoreboard? I'm loving it. You're exactly right.
Well, switch over, though, to an offensive mindset for a moment. What do they need to do here to get on track and get some points?
Well, I think a couple of ways. Number one, you pull out something that maybe they haven't seen before. Coaches always talk about unscouted looks. Maybe you give them something that they haven't seen on tape, and now you shock them that way.
Well, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted.
And he takes this one back into the end zone, and the Eagles defense gets a pick-6 TD.
Straight ahead with Gibbs here.
And a short gain here as he gets it up only to about the 6. Fletcher Cox there for the tackle.
They work now on 2nd and 9.
Throwing is Bridgewater. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
Partner, what we're seeing so far is a defense that's certainly coordinated. Both levels doing their jobs in tandem. The back helping the front helping the back. The pressure got home on that last play and forced him to try and throw through contact and short of the sticks.
Trying to lay one up deep. He's got a man, complete. A big play there for Detroit. 42 yards. The big play has him all the way out near midfield for a 1st and 10. Out of the gun, they'll give to Gibbs. And he's fortunate to get anything from that. Give him a yard up to the 49.
They just keep trying, but so far, finding no room for him to run.
None whatsoever. In fact, you run the numbers. He's under 3 yards a carry at the moment. Now 2nd and 9. Now Bridgewater. And that'll be caught by St. Brown. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line.
First catch here by St. Brown. Good for a 1st down. On the give, here's Gibbs.
And nothing much materializing there on the 1st down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it.
Certainly a nice job there by the defense rallying to the football and getting him on the ground, but I think the play gets made by the defensive front, because if they can't get upfield, their job is to go ahead and get low, almost get into a ball sometimes, stack things up, and make it difficult for the runner to find a hole.
And he's going to have a 1st down on a gain of about 10, and that'll take us to the 2-minute warning. It's a gain of 10 for the Lions and a 1st down. Counter play. Here's Gibbs. He'll work his way up the middle for a gain of about 4. 2nd down.
Can we just take that run and turn it into a kind of a clip and save? Because that tells you everything you need to know about this drive. They've been moving the ball awfully well.
Second and 6. Another run for Gibbs here. And he takes this one in for the Lions. Touchdown. Jahmyr Gibbs. An 18-yard touchdown run. And the Lions go nearly the length of the field and finish it off with 6 points. Extra point by Patterson, up and good. And it's now a 7-0 game. And Patterson back out there to send this one away. Bringing it out of his end zone, Isaiah Rodgers. And that decision to bring it out ends up not being a good one. Costs him about 5 yards as he's tackled at the 20. Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go. And Charles, we'll see what they can do here. Not a ton of time left, but enough certainly to get points out of this drive, and they need them right now because they're trailing.
Yeah, this is exactly why you practice a 2-minute drill all through camp and at least one practice each week before a game. A minute left, more than enough time to string a few completions together, reach the end zone, and then make that walk back to the locker room just a little more animated.
And now look at this, big gain but a fumble. Well, it looks like one of the DBs has it. And his guys are going to get the football at their own 47-yard line. A lot of talk this week about ball security. In fact, they added an extra period in practice to be more secure with the ball. It didn't work out there.
Well, sometimes you just get overexcited during the game. You may all of a sudden make your catch, see some open field, and decide you're going for it, and not realizing the danger lurks while you're doing so. And there's your end result right there. And they're not going to go quietly into this halftime break. They know they're in for a fight, so they're trying to make every possession count. They took the big shot there, but it winds up incomplete.
From the gun, Gibbs will get it. Fighting down past the 45, and he'll get it down here to the 43. 69 yards for him on the ground so far tonight as he has been terrific in this first half. Third and short yardage. Bridgewater.
in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete.
The Lions will use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop the clock with 24 seconds to go in this first half. On the end around, here comes Williams. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Detroit.
Jamison Williams.
As the first half is winding down.
And the Lions will extend their lead here just before halftime.
Partner, to me, that touchdown had something that was kind of rooted in that group seeing the future. What I mean by that is they had a plan. Let's find a way to score right here before the half. And now to give us momentum going into the second half. Give us that cushion that we're looking for. They got that accomplished, scoring right before the half ended.
So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. Rodgers going to return it from his end zone. And no alley to be found. The coverage was solid, and he's dropped at the 18.
The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. And the ball backed way up. So thinking with this amount of time on the clock, probably just sit on it, and we'll see these two teams go to the lockers.
Yeah, I don't think you want to overthink it in this situation. Either side of the ball. Just go ahead and finish up the half and get on out and talk about it.
2nd and 10. Hurts sets up to throw it.
And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
Well, the incompletions on 1st and 2nd down. It certainly seems like a reflection of what we've seen so far in this game. The defense, quicker to the punch so far. Let's see if they can get something going here on 3rd down.
He's going deep for Brown.
Oh, he rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted.
Chauncey Gardner-Johnson with a pick. And he will be brought down on what will be the final play of this first half. Time for a break. We've hit halftime. 2 quarters down. 2 still remain. We step aside. This is the NFL on EA Sports. And we welcome you back live now inside the booth alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin, set and ready to rock for the 3rd quarter. A 2-touchdown game, 14-0 the score as we get rolling again here in this second half.
On the return from his end zone, Rodgers. And he will be brought down here inside the 20. Good coverage as he's dropped at the 17.
Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go.
Charles, it'll be interesting to see what adjustments this offense made in the locker room. Haven't really been able to get anything going offensively. Virtually nothing in the ground attack either. So certainly something has to change here in quarter 3.
And I'm pretty sure their friends from the defensive side of the ball told them exactly that, because those guys, the stop troops, they've been playing pretty well. They've kept them around in this game. Now they got some time. The running game struggled in the first half. Opposition knows how to focus on defending the pass here. They've got to re-energize that ground game and maybe open things up for a comeback here in this half.
On 1st and 10, it's Swift.
And he's dropped right at the 40. Gain of 3. And now they're in the hurry-up.
On 2nd down, Swift.
It's a 5-yard gain, but they'll still be a yard short here with 3rd down now looming.
So they just need 1 yard here to pick up the 1st down.
They'll try and run here with Swift. And he's got the 1st down yardage before being taken down at midfield.
Once again, it's Swift. Taken down at the 47-yard line. From the 47 now, they work with a 2nd and 7.
They will run straight ahead with Swift. And the stop here will come at the 38-yard line. Still in search of their first touchdown of the game, but they're on the move. 1st and 10. Swift going to try up the middle. And the ball is knocked out. But it looks like one of the DBs has it. And his crew will take over with a football at the 35-yard line.
Hey, I'm all about defense forcing plays and getting takeaways. But an interception and 2 fumbles in their last 3 offensive possessions.
Time to readjust.
Yeah, you can't just give all the credit to the defense on that. They've got to look in the mirror and take the blame themselves and figure out how to not do it anymore.
Brought down that time by Nolan Smith. 2nd and 7. Hand off now to Gibbs. That 2nd down play nets a -4.
I know they've got to be careful not to go to the well too often, but it's a fine line, isn't it? Because sometimes if you've got success, you want to just keep pounding away.
But no success there. They rallied quickly on the defensive end. On 3rd down, Bridgewater. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down.
Zone coverage there, and they were playing deep. That makes it obviously a little bit harder to run by guys. And that time, it was not much of a window to get the ball in there, and it winds up incomplete.
And no move to get the offense off the field. Despite failing once, they're going to go again here on 4th down. They're indeed going for it. Bridgewater. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. A curious decision to go for it, but it pays off with a 1st down.
Here's Gibbs. Powering forward. And a good job of finding the open space to run as he's down close to the 30 here. 84 yards for him on the ground now. He has been a tough man to bring down all night.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. They'll bring a receiver in motion left.
Going back to Gibbs on 1st down.
Touchdown, Detroit!
Jahmyr Gibbs.
His 2nd touchdown tonight.
And the Lions have moved out in front by 3 touchdowns.
That drive that really increased their cushion felt very military to me. Very precise, methodical, that's one of the words you've taught me. And they just got it done.
And slowly but surely now starting to pull away a little bit. Things looking good for them here in the 3rd quarter.
Not only pulling away, but you mentioned that slowly but surely. You also drain clock, too, with a drive like that. So you really give yourself an advantage.
And Patterson back out there to send this one away. The drive will start at the 25-yard line here as Rodgers will not return it.
The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive.
And really, Charles, not much of a surprise that they're losing. They just haven't been able to get much of anything going in the pass game. And as you well know, in today's NFL, if the passing game isn't working, usually not much else is working either.
You're exactly right about that, partner. And I know that right now the easy answer would be, hey, let's run the football. But that might not be everything you need. So despite the fact that they've struggled throwing it, they've got to find some type of a play, multiple plays, that puts the ball in the air.
And he loses the football a 2nd time. And this is scooped up by the Lions. But they have possession, and they have it at the 38-yard line.
Well, if these guys wanted to get back in this game, they needed an almost perfect 2nd half. And down 3 scores, a lost fumble here certainly doesn't fit into that plan.
That reminds me of my plan in college to get an A on the papers I turned in, but that didn't work out too well either. Too many mistakes by both of us. I mean, that's just pure and simple. And that's why that's exactly where they are in this ball game. They're going to need a huge turnaround if they want to try and win this one.
He's airing it out for Williams. This is intercepted.
Picked by the former Lion, Darius Slay. And the Eagles force the turnover. They'll take over at their own 27. Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go. I kind of feel like they've reached a do-or-die point in this game, Charles. If they're going to try to pull off an impressive comeback, it has to start.
Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted.
Picked off by Kirby Joseph. And the Lions are going to take over once again at their own 25-yard line. Now, their defense got them the football with an interception. They trot out there, Charles, in the very first play. They give the football right back.
Brandon, I almost expect you coming like an auctioneer. We got two, got here three. Remember, it was 2 in a row. We'll be hit 3 in a row because these offenses, they got to be a little bit more careful as they go forward. These defenders, they're locked in and really focused.
They still need about the length of the football here, maybe a little less as they come up on 2nd and inches. Slot man moves right.
On 2nd down, here's Gibbs.
And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. It'll go as a loss of a yard, and it'll set up 3rd down. We have played 3 quarters. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. Back now at Ford Field. A lot of happy faces in the crowd at this point as their guys have a big lead here to start quarter number 4. The Lions on 3rd down, 2 for 5 to this point. They're up against a 3rd and 1 situation. Throwing, Bridgewater. Pressure comes, and down he goes. The Eagles get there for the sack. Fletcher Cox with a big-time sack on 3rd down. It's a loss of 7. Here comes the Lions punter now. Always a good sign when your first punt comes in the 4th quarter. Yeah, he was looking for the checkup bounce, didn't get it. That scoots all the way into the end zone now for a touchback. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive.
Well, I hate to say it, but at this point, I don't really know that they're playing to win with this deficit in the 4th quarter. They're just trying to erase that 0 on the scoreboard, Charles, and get some type of momentum to carry into the film section tomorrow.
If you get any type of points on the board, it'll count as a moral victory, although no one will talk about that in the post-game press conference. That's not something you mentioned in the NFL. And this loss, it already stings and will for a while, but everyone on that offense knows it'll sting a lot worse if they don't put some points up on the board.
On 1st down, Hurts. And this one too low.
And that's another play that's painted the picture of this game overall. It's been a blowout. It's been continually fueled by big turnovers and stops for one side and an inability to advance the ball from the other.
2nd down, here's Jalen Hurts. This one complete down the field to Goddard.
And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20.
They run out of the gun with Swift.
And just a couple yards there down to the 17. And quickly they get to the line.
Hurts.
Nowhere to turn this time, and he goes down. Sacked back at the 29.
John Kaminsky.
What a play by him. That's going to go as a loss of 13.
So after that sack, Hurts and the Eagles, tough spot here. 3rd and long.
And for a 3rd time tonight, he's intercepted.
Picked off by Kirby Joseph. And the Lions are going to take over once again at their own 37-yard line.
Well, I get it, Charles. Desperate times call for desperate measures. Down big. They just sent their receivers out, let it fly. But the defense, they were ready.
Yeah, and there aren't too many people left in this stadium that couldn't see that coming.
But that's not a major criticism at all because you had to try it. What you're hoping for is one of your athletes out-athletes everyone else and makes a dramatic play.
And a 5-yard gain gets him to the 42. Good gain there on first down. It keeps him in a running situation probably.
They did everything right on that play, didn't they? They got the leverage up front, good blocking, nice hole for him, ends up picking up nice yardage, stays in bounds to keep the clock rolling. They are in charge of this scenario right now. They want to stay that way.
And not in any rush offensively.
Here now, 3rd and a yard. Gibbs will try and pick it up.
And he's got the first down yardage before being taken down at midfield. Only 3 there on the pickup, but that's enough to move the chains. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So the Lions in possession of the football as we welcome you back. And the scoreboard on their side, they're just looking to melt away these final couple of minutes and put this one in the left-hand column.
On 1st and 10, here's Gibbs, taken down at the 47-yard line.
Some of the most unselfish players on any football team, defensive tackles, because we ask them to just eat up blocks, allow other people to make tackles. But when he can make a play himself, as we just saw there, that's a big day.
Here's 2nd and 7. They'll go again with Gibbs.
And he's going to get this one down near the 45-yard line.
Let's give a lot of credit to the offensive line. They've been able to move the ball really well on the ground the entire game. And while that wasn't a huge one, that's okay. They'll take them in short, steady bursts.
They'll run it with Williams.
And good space to operate there as he takes this down inside the 35-yard line.
11 yards there and a Lion first down.
But when we go back to our conversation with the defensive coordinator, that type of a play was not a surprise to him. He expected trickery in this game, yet somehow his defense, they still took the cheese and got caught in the mousetrap.
Straight ahead with Gibbs here. And he's able to work his way down inside the red zone to the 19-yard line.
15 more there, and they're on a roll. It's another first down. Bridgewater here to throw. To the end zone, but it's incomplete.
I think it's fairly safe to call this game over, but they're still trying to bomb it downfield and add to their lead. Almost makes you start to feel for the defense and root for them a little bit, too.
Trying the left side with Gibbs.
And they'll bring him down at the 13-yard line.
On 3rd down, here's Gibbs.
And I don't think he got there, no. He's short by maybe a foot, maybe. Call it 4th and inches. So this one's over. It's a win for the Detroit Lions, and this was truly a total team effort, Charles, on both sides of the ball.
But they absolutely pitched a shutout, so it can't get much better than that, right? The defense led the way, but the offense did their part as well. They moved the ball up and down the field, so you got to like what you saw. What do they call that? A total team effort? I think when it's time to hand out game balls, guys from both sides will end up getting one.
So that'll do it for us. For my partner, Charles Davis, and all the hard-working men and women on our crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL right here on EA Sports. It's a win for the Lions as we say so long from Ford Field.
can teach you how to get paid, how to get by, and how to get fly. I can teach you how to get cake, if not the whole thing, at least a little slice. Honestly, I'm an immaculate anomaly. I'm an organic organism, ain't no ordinary organs in them. I can't afford any synonymy. That's why my flow is like a cinnamon tsunami with the lemongrass. Ooh, ooh, let me know what you wanna do. If you wanna build, I'm Bobby. If not, then kick it in the lobby. I got a lot to do. Ooh, I'ma watch what you gonna do. If you gonna build, I'm Bobby. If not, then chuck a deuce. You throwing off the vibe, and I don't die time. It's all about the vibe, all that I got time. I ain't got the goose, stack with me. Don't come through the bad energy. You ain't with the vibe, don't waste my time. Yeah. I can show you how to make a lot of cheese. I got the dialect of dairy in my diary. I'm from a lactose intolerance community. I wanna circulate the units in the unity. The continuity of opportunity for stacking bands. Opportunity to stack the figures with your family. I can show you how to get the figures in advance. I don't see nobody else but us giving a damn. Ooh. So let me know what you wanna do. If you wanna build, I'm Bobby. If not, sucker, kick it in the lobby. I got a lot to do. I'm gonna watch what you gonna do. See, if you wanna build, I'm Bobby. If not, then chuck a deuce. You throwing off the vibe, and I don't die time. It's all about the vibe.
EA Sports coverage of the National Football League comes to you from Ford Field here in downtown Detroit, Michigan.
Coming up, we got a good matchup on tap here, as it'll be the Philadelphia Eagles taking on the Detroit Lions. Ready to get us started here, Riley Patterson.
And we are underway from Ford Field.
Bringing it out of his end zone, Isaiah Rodgers. And in hindsight, probably should have taken a knee as he only gets this out to the 16-yard line.
They go here with a former Lion. It's DeAndre Swift. Oh, look at the juke. And he almost gets this to the 30, taken down about a yard shy. Their first play from scrimmage is a pickup of 13. First down, and they go with Swift again. And he'll get this to the 32.
But from an offensive perspective, that was a tough run because he only picked up 3 yards. But let's flip it over to the defensive side. They now have the advantage. 3 3-yard gains, that means they're punting the ball likely on 4th down. That's what you're looking for when you're playing defense.
Down the left sideline. And he'll be forced out of bounds all the way down inside the 20.
A huge play there on the screen pass. And even 50 yards. So the big play means just like that, they'll operate from the red zone now on first down.
Here's a handoff to Swift.
And they'll get him down right around the 16. 2 yards that time. A stark contrast from the big chunk on the previous play.
This a 2nd and 8. Off the play fake. Here's Hurts.
And that's going to be caught for an Eagles touchdown.
Jalen Hurts finding A.J. Brown. And the Eagles put the Knights' first points on the board as they take the early lead.
And his kick is good, but flags come in. Looks like we're going to get a roughing call here on the follow-through.
And they'll accept that penalty. After the roughing penalty on the PAT, they'll kick off from 15 yards further upfield. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Drive starts with a run from Gibbs. And he'll take this ahead for about 4. Second down coming up.
Well, on every play call, you realize it's not going to go for a touchdown. So a lot of your calls are setting things up for maybe later in the game, trying to establish the inside run with toughness now, hopefully get to the perimeter later. And let's face it, you could do worse than a 4-yard run on first down.
And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. To throw is Bridgewater. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
That was their first third down try of the game, and clearly something was off in the execution of that play. Good news, they've got a whole game left to clean that up and start clicking on those key third down throws.
Fourth down, they're going. Bridgewater. And he's brought down. Can't do anything with a football. It's a sack and a turnover on downs. Boy, a curious decision to go for it. Doesn't pan out. And that will force a turnover on downs.
On 1st and 10, it's Hurts.
Rush coming, and he's taken down.
Flying in for that sack, Aiden Hutchinson. Well, on that one, they go with the play fake, CD, but I don't think anybody really was fooled. All eyes were fixated on the quarterback, and they got him to the ground.
And to run this play successfully, you've got to make sure that everyone is doing their part. You actually have to sell this play. You got to.
Oh, it's out. Smith lost it. And the defense not able to get it. From a defensive perspective, what's that moment like when you realize the ball is loose?
It is a moment where all concentration goes right to the football. This is something you've talked about in all your preparation for the game. You probably talked about this training camp. Knock the ball free, take it away from the other team, and now you have that chance. There's a little bit of deflation when they end up recovering it.
They knocked it free, but couldn't take it away.
Oh, that's going to hurt a bit because they needed to come through with a completion there. Now a drive that started with great field position is facing 4th down.
The kick by Elliott is good.
So the starting field position was terrific following the surprising turnover on downs, but the end result, only 3 points.
Simply stated, I think you have to look at that as a missed opportunity.
So after the made field goal, 10-0 here early as the kick's away. From the end zone, here comes Williams. And no chance to get away as they'll get him down at about the 17-yard line. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. They'll look to get something started. They need to, down 10-0 early as they've got it 1st and 10. And they start things off with a carry by Gibbs here.
Breaks through the contact. Oh, he sheds himself free.
He's still on his feet. How about this? Racing to the end zone.
Touchdown, Detroit.
Jahmyr Gibbs, 83 yards. And the Lions are able to strike quickly here as they are in for 6.
They blitzed defensively there, but he was able to slip through that first layer, and then he was gone.
I think they won the leverage game, didn't they?
Yes.
Right? They saw the blitz coming. That got to him a little bit, but they leveraged it perfectly and found not just a crease, a gigantic hole. And off he goes, and he's still going all the way to the end zone.
Extra point by Patterson, up and good.
And that'll cut it to 3 at 10-7.
And Patterson back out there to send this one away. Rodgers going to return it from his end zone. And a nice job there on special teams to limit him to inside the 15 as he's dropped at the 14.
Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go. And they split the uprights last time for 3. They've got the lead. They're not going to play this conservative. They're not hoping for another field goal. They're hoping for a touchdown.
I'm with you on that one. I like where your head is. I like the way you're thinking because you're exactly right. Trying to sit on a lead and play that way, that doesn't work too well for most teams. Run your offense. Run what you do best. Exactly. Put it all the way down and try to increase your lead in a big way. And the best way to do it, touchdowns.
41 yards rushing for him now, and he's carried the ball just 5 times.
Well, they came into this game saying it was important that they set the tone and show that they can run the football. I believe that they've done that here in the first quarter.
On 1st and 10, it's Swift.
And getting this just shy of midfield, they'll spot it at the 49. Back-to-back nice plays, 12 yards that time and a first down. Well, they're making an effort to get the ground game going tonight. So far, it's working.
I like what we're seeing from the offensive line. They seem to have the leverage going and they're controlling things and reestablishing the line of scrimmage, moving that defensive front backwards. But also like what the runner's giving us, too. It appears that he's been waiting all day long.
Looking for Watkins, and it's intercepted. Picked by Emmanuel Mosley. And the Lions will have the football as this is taken up past the 30.
Well, that's a drive killer right there. Not a really confident throw either. This one was kind of up for grabs, and it's going to come down the hands of the wrong team.
The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive.
Well, partner, you know, coaches always say that every play is designed to score a touchdown. Sometimes that's not really true, but last drive, that was the case. One play to get into the end zone, and now they'll try to duplicate that success here.
And it's rare for those moments to happen. Incredible when they do. And you saw
a second down throw for Bridgewater. His throw incomplete.
When I watched that play, I thought about what my coaches had told me in the past. The biggest teaching point, get your head around. Locate the football so you can make a play on it while it's in the air. That's exactly what he did there. That was nice.
Well, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted.
Picked by Kevin Byard. And this one will be returned to right around the 38-yard line. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. They'll send a receiver here in motion right. On the handoff, this is Swift. He'll be hit down at the 33, 5 yards on the play.
2nd and 5.
Throwing is Hurts. This is Smith with a grab. And he is out of bounds, but first he gets it inside the 10 to the 7. A good pickup there, 26 yards.
And remember, this drive started off following the turnover. And they've taken no time working their way down the short field. A nice connection there, and now they're looking at a 1st and goal.
And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Philadelphia. DeAndre Swift taking it in from 7 yards away. And they are able to add on to their advantage. Elliott good on the extra point, and his guys will take a 10-point lead. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away.
This fielded right at the goal line.
And he's able to get it across the 20 to the 25-yard line. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive.
And we'll see if they can bounce back from that last drive. In particular, if they can bounce back at the quarterback position, Charles, after throwing their first interception of the ball game.
Yeah, some guys, you know they're going to want to try and get a big play right away and take control back. Others, they're going to look to hit a couple shorter passes, get a little momentum back that way.
But for the defense, that goal's not changing a bit. They want another pick.
You're exactly right about that. In fact, you got to watch them a little bit because in coverage, They may cut down their gaps a little bit, maybe their splits a little bit in order to try and get to the ball even faster.
To throw, Bridgewater. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete.
So many times when we talk about coverage, we're just about a defender running with a receiver, but a big part of it is understanding where the football is, finding it. In this case, when it arrived, it wasn't a surprise, and he was able to bat it away.
After an incomplete pass on second down, that'll leave him trying to convert on 3rd and 9.
And that's to Amon-Ra St. Brown.
And oh, he's just going to be short here, barely. Maybe by a half a foot. It'll be 4th and inches.
So much about offense is what you call hidden yardage. You know, you throw the ball to someone, they catch it, and then they can make a big play. You know, they create a play, run after catch. They did a really nice job there of limiting that and keeping him from a first down.
Yeah, stopped him in his tracks.
He'll go right back to St. Brown. And he is going to have the Lions first down. No problem there. They get the first by plenty on 4th and inches. Out of the gun, they'll give to Gibbs.
This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2. Bridgewater.
He's got this to Williams, complete.
And he has another first down as they get the ball down to the Eagles' 24-yard line.
Gibbs straight ahead.
And that'll hurt the average a bit as this time they're able to get him behind the line. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
Well, with the kind of half he's had, I think we can forgive him that run, right? Not every run's going to be a big play, is it?
No, and also the blocking just wasn't there. No room to run.
Yeah, defensively, they got to find a way to build on that because he's eating them alive in the first half.
Second down, and they go back to Gibbs.
And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. It'll be a loss of a full 3 yards there, and it also brings up 3rd down.
That was well played there defensively. 2 tight ends in the formation, which essentially gave them 7 blockers up front. Hard to imagine with all that size and beef that they could let a tackler through, but that's exactly what happened. A loss resulted.
They'll try a little trickery here on the end around.
And a great job there to read that one defensively. They strung him out, would not allow him to cut upfield.
They'll get 6 there on the run, but it brings up 4th down.
Patterson's kick is good.
And they're back within a touchdown. It's 17-10.
So the 3 points there, and CD that helps them inch a bit closer.
Yeah, partner, when you're losing, any points you see go on the board in your favor, you're happy to take them.
And Rodgers will hold on to this one, and it'll come out to the 25.
The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. Still more than a minute to go, so there is time if they want to mount something here.
Not only time, but they have 3 timeouts at their disposal as well. So that changes everything that you're doing here. Without those timeouts, you can only work the sidelines, hoping to get out of bounds. Here, the middle of the field's still available because you can call timeout and regroup.
Second down, here's Hurts.
Looking deep for Julio. That's caught inside the 20. A big play there just before halftime. 51 yards.
They'll throw on first down with Hurts. And that is incomplete. Oh, the coverage a little too good there, and it's second down.
Well, it hasn't been a banner first half for the defense trying to cover him today, but they'll take that one right there, helping force that incompletion.
Here's 2nd and 10. Here's Hurts to throw. He's going to get that to Swift underneath. Touchdown, Eagles! DeAndre Swift as the first half is winding down. And the Eagles will extend their lead here just before halftime. Elliott good with a PAT. And the lead now up to 14. So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. And he'll go down as this drive will start at the 25-yard line. The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
They take a shot downfield there, but it winds up falling incomplete.
Early on, the running game's been working well, and the offensive line has been pleased by that. The thought process there, catch those safeties creeping up, trying to help against the running game. They tried to hit them over the top.
Everything falling apart now. Another one intercepted. Picked off by Avonte Maddox. First half in the books. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Welcome back. Halftime over. We are ready for quarter number 3. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gordon. It'll be Lions football to start the second half, and they trail here as we get back underway on EA Sports. From the end zone, here comes Williams. And that decision to bring it out ends up not being a good one. Costs him about 5 yards as he's tackled at the 20. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. All in all, pretty manageable deficit, Charles, here as they start this third quarter offensively when you consider the fact that in the first 2 quarters, they had 2 costly turnovers.
I think you laid it out there perfectly, partner. Very tough to hold a lead going into the break if you continue to hand it over on multiple drives.
Yeah, and obviously, Charles, it would be very tough to climb back into the game if those turnovers continue.
I would say borderline impossible. You keep turning it over, I don't know how you make up a deficit.
On the give, here's Gibbs.
And he's able to get out to the 32, brought down there. They're going to hurry back to the line now. On play action, it's Bridgewater. He's airing it out for Williams. And this one is incomplete.
That's some good closing speed there defensively because that looked open for a minute. That's great work with the ball in the air. Never gave up, converged on his man, and broke the play up.
Now a 2nd and 10. Hand off to Gibbs, headed right here. And he'll push forward for a couple to the 34.
Pretty good little 2-play sequence there. You force the incompletion, then a very short pickup.
Yeah, now maybe you bring in an extra defensive back or 2 because you want to try and defend on 3rd down. They like to play those nickel or sub packages, don't they?
Here's Bridgewater. That is caught. And he is going to have a Lions first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
Time to give some credit to the big fellas, the offensive line here, because you've got to have good protection on crossing routes because you got to give your receiver time to work all the way across the field. That time able to scan the field, spot his receiver moving left to right, and make a good, accurate throw. Thank you, guys.
Hand off now to Gibbs.
And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on 2nd down.
Well, that last run makes this a 100-yard night. I've loved the way he's hit the holes. He's been quick. He's been decisive.
and he's been a whole lot of fun to watch.
From the 42 now, here's 2nd and 2.
Throwing is Bridgewater. And that'll be caught by St. Brown.
And St. Brown going to have the Lions first down as he'll get this down to the 35-yard line.
And they're going to hurry back to the line now. Bridgewater now looking to throw on first. And his throw here's incomplete.
Well, a momentary speed bump there with that throw partner. The defense had other ideas, and they're trying to mount a small stand before this drive reaches the end zone.
So 2nd and 10 now here in the third quarter from Detroit.
Now Bridgewater. And that'll be caught. It's St. Brown. And he has another first down as he'll get the ball down to the Eagles' 14.
From the gun, Gibbs will get it.
And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on first down.
Not too many offenses want to turn down long drives, but when you're down what they are, they've got to pay it off with some points.
2nd down, and they go back to Gibbs.
And he'll be brought down here at the 3-yard line. And give them 2 yards there as they're set up now with a 1st and goal.
So a decent deficit at this stage in the second half. 4-down territory?
No doubt about it. There's not a chance that he hasn't looked ahead and said, okay, if we gain yardage on this play, this is what we'll do going forward. If we lose yardage, this is the play call that I'll have ready.
Gibbs.
And the D not yielding much there. He's only going to get a yard to about the 2. From the 2 now, 2nd and goal.
They'll try to run with Gibbs.
And I think they stopped him again. They did at the 1-yard line. Nothing doing there as the 13th play of the drive proves to be unlucky.
Sometimes I get caught in hyperbole, but I think they desperately need to punch this one in. They're running out of time.
Yeah, 2-score game, second half, you're down here. This is the time to put it in the end zone.
And not going to get much better than this for an opportunity.
Can this defense hold them out? Here we go now, 4th and goal from the 2. They'll try and run for it. And he will fight his way into the end zone for a touchdown.
Jahmyr Gibbs.
His 2nd touchdown of the night.
And the Lions are able to get a score back in the final stages of this third quarter. So 4th and goal, their head coach gave that offensive line one more chance to punch it in, and this time they were successful.
They certainly paid off the coach's confidence, didn't they? And how about the fact that they stayed with the ground game? Because a lot of times in that situation, partner, we see teams try and roll the quarterback out, give him a little run-pass option, and treat it like a 2-point conversion play. In this case, they went with a little bit more power and got it done.
And Patterson back out there to send this one away. On the return from his end zone, Rodgers. And tackled at the 21-yard line, so a net negative there of 4 yards. Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go. And maybe some renewed pressure on this unit following the touchdown a moment ago. It's back to a 1-score game.
And because of that pressure, because it's now a 1-score game, they know this is where you need to slow the momentum change. Because otherwise, that could overrun your team. You've got to be careful right here.
And that is going to do it for this third quarter of action. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports.
Ball on the 27. Here's a 2nd and 4. They'll stay on the ground with Swift.
And they'll take him down at the 31-yard line.
4 yards the pickup, first down.
And I'm guessing you'd say this is kind of the key here. Grind out some yardage, work on that clock, see if you can continue to tick it down.
Definitely, you want to bleed things out at this point, right? Continue to possess the football, gain some yardage, and put the onus on the defense. Do they have to use timeouts? What are they going to do to stop you? You're taking charge.
Swift going to try up the middle.
And he'll be tackled just past the 35 at the 36. 5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5.
Oh, that's one to warm the hearts of all those old school football players, isn't it? Tough, hard, gritty run. Got behind his pads, bowled over a few people. Look at that one, right up the gut.
So up through 3 quarters, no reason to lighten up now.
On 2nd down, Swift.
And the hole closes quickly there. He gets maybe a couple up to the 38.
That's it. That's what you want. Straight ahead, positive game. Just keep that clock ticking.
3rd and 3. Hurts sets up to throw it.
And that is incomplete.
How about this defense? They came up with a couple big plays in this sequence, and none better than the one right there, forcing the incompletion and bringing up 4th down.
And here's a big one now. Trying to hold this lead. They're going to go for it here on 4th down. They'll set up a throw.
Able to find the open man. That's complete.
And still fighting. And he'll work it across midfield inside the 45. 4th down, no problem. 19 yards that time. But now it's 1st and 10. Now it's Penny running right. And now off to the races down the right side. Touchdown, Philadelphia. Rashad Penny, 43 yards.
And the Eagles have opened up a 2-touchdown lead here in this 4th quarter.
Elliott now to add the extra point. And the lead is up to 14.
Makes the score Eagles 31, Lions 17.
Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away.
Taken at the goal line. And he'll be brought down right on the chalk of the 20.
At their own 20-yard line.
The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive. And that last drive was very, very balanced, pretty methodical. You think they go that route again?
I'm always of the school that until they stop me from doing something, I'm going to continue. And I think that that's exactly what they'll look to do. But the beauty is the balance that they've created sets up opportunities for big plays. Looks like a run, turn it into a play action, and throw one deep.
What is
After the incompletion, they'll try once more from the 20-yard line on 2nd and 10. Throwing, Bridgewater.
Setting up the screen. This is Gibbs.
And he'll be out of bounds near the 30. In fact, right on the 30. 11 yards there and a Lion 1st down. Clock management definitely critical here if they want to get back in this game.
Absolutely agreed. They have to up the tempo in this case, down a couple of scores. Want to make sure they have a chance to win this ball game.
Open man right side is St. Brown.
Down the right sideline.
And down to the 7-yard line. A big play there on the catch and run. 63 yards.
Just a breakdown there defensively. It looked like someone got their wires crossed because no one seemed to pick him up at all. He's running free, and there's not a quarterback in the league who's going to miss that throw. That's a huge play.
They'll run with Gibbs.
And he takes this one in for a Lions touchdown.
Jahmyr Gibbs
taking it in from 7 yards away.
And the Lions have made it a one-score game again here in the fourth. So how about that for an answer? They get the touchdown there, and it's back to a one-score game here in the fourth.
And that's what these guys have done all game long, because they've scratched and slashed their way to stay in this game. And by now, we should all realize they're not going away. Now the pressure again swings to their defense, because they're going to need to find some way to get the ball back.
So a 7-point game. They'll need a recovery, the touchdown, and an extra point to tie. And the Eagles hands team able to cover it up. Well, fourth quarter, they felt like they needed the football back. Unfortunately, they couldn't get it.
And I know we brought analytics into the game, and someone has said here that the data says that when a team's expecting an onside kick, 80% of the time, the team expecting it, they do actually recover the ball, which is what we saw here. I just wonder if that number is much more of an anecdotal type of a number. Kind of like when the coaches tell us, well, when you score on special teams, 93% of the time you win the game. I'm still waiting to see that number is empirical.
So 2nd and 9, and you'd have to figure just about all 11 probably crashing the line here.
He's going to get it again. Just looking to get forward and protect the ball.
Fighting his way down to about the 35-yard line.
I like it. I like the call. Still an opportunity to run the football and chew up a little more time off the clock.
So 3rd down, they need to get to the 28 for a first.
Hurts. That is intercepted.
Picked by Tracy Walker.
And the Lions will have the football as this is taken up past the 30.
I'm surprised with a lead in a one-score game this late. They're even putting the ball in the air in that situation.
Almost makes me feel like the head coach might be second-guessing himself by not clicking on and saying, all we're doing is running it here. But give credit to the guys on defense. They made a play that they absolutely had to have to give themselves a chance to be in this game.
On 1st and 10, here's Gibbs. And he'll get a few yards here to the 34.
Not a lot of running room there. Not a place to make a cut and kind of exit out because they had everything bottled up. Looked to me like the linemen were taking on their blocks really well and giving up no creases.
Bridgewater to throw.
Oh, and that's going to sabotage their comeback plans. It is intercepted.
Picked off by Avonte Maddox. And he takes this one back into the end zone. And the Eagles defense gets a pick-6 TD. Elliott good on the extra point. And the lead now up to 14. And the touchdown apparently not enough. They want more, an onside kick. And the Lions are able to cover this one up. And that's why you have your hands team out there on the field. Those are the best guys ready to make that play.
And let's face it, it was executed well. It wasn't a bad kick. It wasn't anything like that. Just that the normal outcome actually came to play. Analytics will tell you it's a very low possibility of getting the ball for the team kicking it in an onside kick situation.
You're all about the numbers, aren't you?
All about the numbers, baby. It's a new game now.
They don't lie.
You get into these 2-minute drill situations, and you've often got tired legs on the offensive line. But these defenders, they've been rotating in and out, and they're a little bit fresher and quicker. And the pressure there forced the incompletion.
And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked by Kevin Byard.
And the Eagles are going to take over once again at their own 37-yard line. With the points that we've seen scored, neither defense has been at their best, but these guys, they've been a little bit better, Charles, and a nice interception there.
Yeah, you're right about that, Brandon. Let's face it. It's not always how you start, it's how you finish, right? So maybe you have a rough game all the way along. If you make a big play like that at the right time, it can make everything turn out just okay.
And Hurts is intercepted, his 3rd of the game. It's Brian Branch with it. And the Lions are going to take over once again at their own 37-yard line.
The Lions take over 1st and 10. 27-yard line.
This is 1st and 10.
Let's light him up, hero! Following the interception, here's Bridgewater.
That pass caught. It's Williams.
The Lions will use the first of their timeouts as they get it with just 19 seconds left on the clock.
That's good. 4 on Lions.
Here's 1st down.
1st and 10 at the 42-yard line.
Bridgewater to throw it. Got a man, it's caught at the 6-yard line. And he is into the end zone for the touchdown. So they still need a miracle with a clock where it's at, but they get one piece to the puzzle done.
Still have hope.
Coming from where they were, they knew this was going to be tough, but they got the touchdown. Now they need the miracle, the onside kick and a little extra.
Yeah, and you have to get the onside kick and not have the ball bounce around a lot and eat up time. You want to be able to grab it, possess it, and get your offense out there for what you just termed a miracle last chance.
So with 13 on the clock, it's time for an onside kick. This is going to be recovered by the hands team. And that should just about put a capper on this one. The risk-reward of the onside kick, when you don't get it, the risk comes out to play, and here they gave up great field position.
And that's the key to everything, because you're trying your best to press advantages when you have them, and field position leads you to that type of play calling, and whether you want to blitz or whether you want to throw the ball deep, those types of things. Now they've given up that type of field position, the advantage is switched to their opponent.
And with just inside of 10 seconds to go, they'll burn their final timeout. 9 seconds left. And they take a knee. So it's a victory here for the Philadelphia Eagles, and they were really helped by their defense, forcing 3 turnovers.
I think what we saw in this one, today's defense. And what I mean by that is in the old days,